my my goal at the moment was to put my queen on d5, connect it with some a5 push, and to open some file, or at least try to open some file, because after that bishop will go c3 and white will take back with bishop on b4. So it's not sure if I open any file, but at least I create some threads and gain some time. So I went on e6, not d6, e6. It was also to take in possession this diagonal, right? That's why I choose e6. Rook h1, queen d5. I don't have to hurry with knight g5, knight g4 move, because it can be played all the time. And rook c2. And now I should still wait. In my opinion, I played knight g4. I should still wait, because it could provoke my opponent to play rook h3 or h4, and in the endgame, which can easily arise, that position, this rook would be misplaced. It would be necessary. It would cost him one tempo, which could be decisive, right? So I hurried, played knight g4, king d2 to protect e3 pawn, which is horrible weakness now. Queen b4, queen c4, and rook a d8. Somewhere around here I made a mistake. I judged that position is so good for me that I cannot spoil it anyway. I did it now, alright? I should not to give this check on b4. Probably I should, I don't know, play a5 or just wait to provoke him to make a mistake. Now I think that plan with a5 would be the best. I don't see anything better. Queen b5, queen c4, rook a8, to have a control over this d5 square, to prevent some d5 from white, and to keep this bishop still cramped. Queen b5, a takes b. I thought that opening a line will still be good for me. So and I forgot about move rook c5. I thought that, at this moment, when I left my queen on b5, I wasn't aware that rook c5 will cause me so much trouble. And rook c5, and it attacks f4. I have to protect it somehow. I cannot do it the way I want it, because after g6, of course, g6 is not good because of e5, d5, right? And I am the side who counters the problems. So first of all, king g8. But there was a better move, rook f6. I was afraid that after rook d1 I cannot play. I wouldn't be able to play rook d5, because after this exchange, as rook c1 and c file is grabbed by white. So I evaluated this position as better for white, but I didn't see that after rook f6 and let's say rook d1, I have this resource. Rook, no, not now. Just some move, and after d5 I have rook d6, exploiting that pin, and still having equal position. But in the game I went king g8, f5 pawn needs some protection. White has a lot of time, so he plays rook d1, preparing d5, opening a bishop. Rook d5 went on. I was desperate at this moment because I thought that d5 is unstoppable. Let's say some random move, g6, d5, and I was simply scared. Weakness. Strong diagonal. So only problems. So I went rook d5. Of course, taking on d5 looks good. Rook c1, grabbing c-file, and now rook f6, exclamation mark. I think it's funny because of course the threat is rook b6, attacking 2 pawns and looking some victory. I went rook b6 to prevent moves like rook c7, because after rook c6 there's a threat of rook c2 attacking both pieces and winning a bishop. So he, being aware of the fact that after rook f6 this is impossible, this is simply impossible, and after rook c5 of course, if I go on rook c6 with rook c6, something like this, I would take here, and this endgame can be easily drawn by me. Rook c, so he delivers a check. There was one more option to defend against this threat rook c5. It was b6, because after rook c6 I have this move, and c5 square is protected by pawn. There is no weakness that can be attacked. This is a weakness, this is a weakness, this is a weakness, but none of them can be attacked. So my position is solid. Rook c8, king f7, rook c7, king f8, rook b7. And my opponent here looked like, oh, I'm winning b5, man. I'm winning. I'm threatening with d5, with rook d takes d5. I'm going with my pawns. I'm activating my bishop. What else? What you can do now? And I played rook h6, which I noticed that I can play that move exactly in that moment. That rook f6. There's a threat of rook h2. If king protects with king f1, there's a check and a repetition. So g2 pawn falls, g3 pawn falls, bishop is on the second rank and it can also fall. So there's a big problem with white's position, right? After rook h6, I knew that it's unclear. It's hard to say who's better here and what to do. So maybe if it's a first game, let's simply repeat a position. Yeah, that's right.